Well, first thing we should do. Gemstone trader. I have access to research and bicolor gemstones. Yeah. So how do I? Vantage point. Oh, is this part of the? Oh, the gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Ah, you heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawn servants sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. Hmm? A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hano I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds are since some time ago. Hmm. Can I eat them? Can I eat the reed? I still gotta go get my Raphael's mount. What in the world? That looks like a chocobo. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feather tail in particular stand out. It does look like a chocobo. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered in bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the hand. Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Soralja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
He made it after all.
Oh, like he was able to find his way. I thought he was nothing but brawn. I guess he has a brain to figure out where to go.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material.
So you can eat it? I was just joking. But you can eat that?
But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Remember, they don't have brains. I don't know the first thing about farming. There's a way to, if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hano, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bucko Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and deduce the cause of their poor condition. Narrenville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, I will. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Really? Give me strength. Let's all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Can we? Oh, I was gonna say it's like. As Zanohalai described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. But we knew that. The water contains no obvious contaminants. It looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. The soil and the muddy in the paddies is, as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. And I think we found them. A small frog catches your eye, strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scours away. Well, that's not good. They're not even hopping? Hey, get your bike out of the reeds. What are you doing? Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do you think? Any obvious problems? I agree. The waters look to be good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually turbid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. Hi! 90! I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for celebration of renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It is an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival. Give them a reason to cheer in their sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution of the other. For the other. Stranger things have happened. Right? I fail to see the relation between the festivals and the fields. Well, normally when you break routine, let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Woklamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Oh, we saw that earlier. It looked like a chocobo. In that big building to the north? Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Time to affect the water with Mountain Dew. Yeah, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float. You can move to— oh no, not one of these moments. Let's see. Oh, the eye. Oh, you see one right there. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Oh, that's definitely broken. How would they lift this great vessel, big vessel, without all the carrying poles intact? Now comes the hard part, right? Oh, the feathers? Oh, yeah. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Well, I think we can all agree. This bird boat is in dire needs of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such a poor state due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. But to float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No, I hear Hannah. Yeah, that's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs. You want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving in to the misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help you give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of the festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need a box of kale for the misty eye, yupo wood for the poles, and feathers from the wind's chosen to adorn the tail. Two of these I know. Opio is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and you Yupipo Yuripo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however, the wind's chosen is the victor of the competition in which the contest see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorcery, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. Oh, over here they don't call it ether or aether, they call it mana. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds glow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left innovated. Innovated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victors be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. The float might also function as an arcane device. I'm pretty sure the float is a secret weapon for smiting the Hindu's foes. The float might also function as an arcane device. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reed is in fact an arcane focused one of some kind. But what? Oh, and it's a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try. But 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies. These have all been known to elect miraculous effects. The float, a tool for magic. This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Like a primal? The boat's a primal. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Enohana really does sound like the solution for all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright, who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alice and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Oganaru to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best as I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Lanu Hano. Nice to meet you, Lanu Hano. And certainly, let's all go together. Ah! Like a billion people show up at once on the screen. It's like, thanks to Wak Lama, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets. There is something to be said for following one's instinct. A well-mannered shipwright. The shipwright's name is Wak Eva Evu. He's an explorer who only moved to Koza a few years ago, but has since mastered our custom to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to matters, so make sure to offer him a proper Hano greeting. You wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hano greeting. Oh, that one. Don't worry, I don't remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okabek to the east here. Derp. 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 This is Okabeku, the village of all. Those who drift in the Kozam from Tokyo and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hano. As for Wakabe, he lives and works in the House of Waters High. at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, to climb up the stairs can be challenging. Well... Oh, that tree. Oh. Climb that tree, huh?
What do you want with me?
Right. The greeting.
Let's do it.
Oh, Kali!
Oh, Kali! Good. You brought your manners with you. When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wu Clement. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wokevu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette. Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
Will not? Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
Wow. That's a lot of words that I'll never say.
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit. what's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Oyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
That should save us some time.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's get moving.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress. Ihiana, you say?
Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Cape Kiki is southwest of Okahanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Not west of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Ow. Name Kiki as promised. Home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident. But I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Abukikux by its green hue glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scatter the inside of the cave then. You take the west half, and I'll take the east. You just go in here. Blow frogs, huh? And that the glimmering you spied was just light reflecting off the water. That's not light reflecting off the water, what the? So wait a sec, how does this work? Interesting. So AoE attacks does not fill anything, unless, well, Final Fantasy. This seems to be the exact mineral I was looking for. Is that it? Are you sure? Oh yeah, with a new expansion, that means a new, submarine maps. The FC to mess with. I'll figure out. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yes, this is Albert. Along with Kral's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you bought shine very brightly. I thank you both. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Anihana. But when the big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on instead. That's why you agreed to Klamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yeah, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me. And I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Abraxa to Wook, whose waiting hands. Oh. That guy is really, really loud. Just saying. Every time. I want to use the tickets that I got. That helps us. There. I'm joking? Am I just a joke? Are you joking? What is the range on these guys? Man. Fine, you know what? We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll just run it. My goodness. Paint chipper. That's what we need. One of them paint chippers. I'll be honest. Before I went to take a nap, my brother called me and was like, "Hey, you want to go shopping?" Since I'm going to Walmart. Since I needed to go Walmart a few days ago, I was like, "No, I'm gonna go take a nap." Exactly. He was supposed to. I was supposed to call him after I woke up because he wanted tacos, and I was like, "But I haven't called him." This day has been a mess. When I did day one Endwalker, it was actually pretty smooth. The 24 hours. By the 24th hour on Endwalker, I was still wanting to go. Like, I was completely fine with still going for like another hour after that, but because of my internet, it's just fell apart. Taking that nap really helped me realize I'm getting old. Thanks to the third promise in her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uripo. What of the stuff? Yes, these are excellent samples. A goodly quality, too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how. Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now to get to work crafting these pieces for the float. I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance your conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okahana. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Coming through. coming through. Gathering New York World was a trial in and of itself. At first, whatever criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and much punished myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Yoko tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like sniffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles in the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. That's kind of funny. The lifting of wings. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of Reeds by reviving Aya and Hana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second meanwhile barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okahanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. No. So I wouldn't be too quick to count Okahana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. And that sounds like our Okahana. Oh, no. Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be it as may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for mounds. We had to turn ourselves, but it was more difficult than it looks. Poor Anvil twirled in the air for a moment, and landing on his feet. I'm a gleamer. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we bought the wood and gemstone replacements, crafted by whatever. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the dog servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved, the lifting of wings is only being held because you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Waklama, as our guest of honor. Yay. That's you. This boat won't make me seasick, but I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. I mean, thank you. Come on. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow progression progression towards Cozinoculi, where the sacred likeness of, oh my goodness, Heian is enthroned. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the Professor can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wakava has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wakava with the repairs. If you're unsure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the stride of the sun. And then we shall see to clearing it end to end. I don't like where this is going. Something doesn't feel right. As Lunahanu said, Hosanna Heike to be this way. Then off to the east where the path branches. And something about bridges and the stride of the sun. You better learn this stuff if you're gonna be Dawn Servant. Anyway, let's split it up and get to work. Once you've cooled all the threats you can find, meet up in front of Kayahani. Cool. Invalid target. Right now, do sand everywhere. I can't believe that's the joke for this thing. It's like, apparently this story is that they gave some kind of citrus fruit or something, and now it smells like that, which means we can kind of get that they gave a zoo some kind of like Mountain Dew flavored fruit, and that's its scent now forever. It mutated it, in other words. Mountain Dew is a mutation. Mountain Dew is a drink that causes mutation, apparently.